Madani, to all respected staff of IUM, Professor Dato, Professor, Assistant Professor, Doctor, Madam, brothers and sisters, and our speaker for today's session, Encik Salleh bin Muhammad Noor. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, let us begin our program Integrity Talk number 1, 2026 by recital of Kitab Al-Fatihah. Amin, amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless our event today. So it gives me a great pleasure to welcome and thank to all the IUM staff and students for taking the time to join this talk, Integrity Talk number 1, 2026, organized by the Office of Ombudsman and Integrity, International Islamic University of Malaysia, IIUM. So before we start, allow me to introduce myself. I am Brother Ahmad Izzuddin bin Yunus. Okay, you can call me Izzuddin throughout the session, and currently serving at the Office of the Deputy Director, Student Development and Community Engagement, IIUM. So just a few reminder to all participants for those join the session online. So to all participants, we would like to inform you that this talk is available through Zoom and live streaming on the official IIUM YouTube channel. So to all staff and students, you are also kindly reminded to sign in your attendance and fill in the evaluation form within 24 hours after the completion of this program. We thank you again for your participation, and we do encourage your active participation throughout the session. If you have any question to ask, at the end of the session, I will open the floor for Q&A session. So it is also our great honor and pleasure to welcome our speaker for today, Encik Salleh bin Muhammad Noor, to share with us his experience and journey as an expert in psychology and as administrator. So before we start, let me introduce our speaker for today. So Encik Salleh, introduce our speaker for today. So Encik Salleh graduated with a Master in Human Resource Development and a Bachelor of Degree in Psychology with Honours. Encik Salleh also currently serves as a Psychology Officer at the Human Resource Division of the Department of the Chief Minister of Melaka. So Encik Salleh, I'm also from Melaka, from Masjid Tanah. Okay. So betul-betul dekat tempat Chief Minister of Melaka lah, Datuk Seri Rauf Yusof. So Encik Salleh also has worked in the private sector for almost 9 years, and he also served in the government sector for almost 18 years, including previous service in a federal authority and his current service in a state authority within the Department of the Chief Minister of Melaka. He previously served with the Police Training Center in Hitam, also known as Pulapa, then with the Hendrikini School in the Malaysian Prison Department, Jabatan Penjara, and is now with the Melaka Chief Minister Department. So our topic for today, for the Integrity Talk number 1, 2026 is psychological well-being through workplace civility. So without further delay, I would like to pass the floor to Encik Salleh to proceed with his presentation. Please, Encik Salleh.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Can you hear my voice? Dengar suara kah? Dengar suara kah?
Very loud and clear.
All right. And very good morning to everyone. First of all, first and foremost, Alhamdulillah, praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for his blessings, which allowed us together in this wonderful and meaningful morning and session. Thank you, Tuan Moderator, for the warm introduction just now. Orang Melaka.
Ya, saya orang Melaka.
Bila nak balik Melaka?
InsyaAllah ni Raya Haji.
Okay, no? For the time being, kena patient dulu lah, until the time comes. Okay, I would like also to express my sincere appreciation to the department for inviting me and giving me the opportunity lah. Ombudsman and Integrity Department of IIUM, is it? Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for giving me the opportunity to share a few thoughts and experiences with all of you today. I believe many of our distinguished guests here are already well versed and highly experienced in this topic. But nevertheless, I hope this session will still provide an opportunity for us to exchange ideas, broaden our perspective, and further strengthen our existing knowledge, inshallah. For those who are new to this topic, I hope today today's session will be exciting and valuable and meaningful for you to gain your new insights and perhaps to learn something beneficial, something new, to build a greater uh, confidence, perhaps, and understandings in your near future and perhaps in life, inshallah. Before we begin, as a Melakarian, orang Melaka, I would like to share a short pantun. Boleh, Tuan Moderator?
Boleh. It is our culture.
Okey, kita ikat orang, kita ikat Tuan Moderator, tak boleh nak jawab, saya tanya dia je. So, okey, the pantun akan berbunyi beginilah. Morning breeze and skies so blue, it's a pleasure speaking here with you. May today bring knowledge we can share and meaningful moments beyond compare. Our moderator so graceful and bright, guiding the session with wisdom and light. Thank you kindly for leading the way in such a warm and professional way. I would like to have it replied later, perhaps, Tuan Moderator, inshallah. Okay. Before we officially begin, I hope everyone is doing well this morning, inshallah. I know some of you may have rushed through traffic, skipped breakfast, and just to be here. But some of you perhaps are still waiting for your first cup of coffee to fully function. Like me, I had my coffee just now. It's a good start for the day. So thank you for being here and again for taking the time to join this session. Inshallah, I try my best to make things concise and engaging and as practical as it may be. Not too heavy, not too technical, and hopefully not the kind that makes you check your watch every 5 minutes. So please feel free to relax, enjoy, and be with me all the way, inshallah. After all, the best session always the one where we learn from each other. So I expect and I welcome interactions during my sharings, inshallah. Okay, can you see the slide?
Yeah.
Because,
You can see your slide.
my interface doesn't share me the view in Zoom features. So I only can see my slides in whole. So it's accordingly appear on the screen, right? So moderator?
Yeah. All of us can see your slide.
Okay, thank you very much. So all fellow viewers, psychology of being in the workplace is actually important and vital, and it matters because as employees we tend to spend a significant portion of our life at work, our emotions and our mental state directly influence how we perform at work with tasks at hand and how we interact and how we cope in our daily basis and thus affect much in our life and our how we react towards the stimuli around us at workplace. Okay, in the other hand, psychologically, well-being at workplace foster motivation, resilience, trust, and stronger collaboration. Employees who feel respected, supported, and psychologically safe are not only more productive, they are also more likely to remain committed and thrive professionally. This will not only benefit the organization, but also capable to boost achievements and goals beyond expectations. So it is important for us to understand that psychological well-being in the workplace is important for us to take into considerations. It's considered as the second place, second house, perhaps, second place where we put lot of our energy, a lot of our time and effort than our home. Psychology well-being, which coined by Carol Reed, describe psychological well-being encompasses emotional stability, functional effectiveness, motivation, finding meaning, and healthy stress management. This one is according to Reed model. It includes 6 key dimensions or components where I will elaborate a little bit more on this to emphasize and to expand our understanding. First, the self-acceptance. It refers to having a healthy and realistic view of oneself by recognizing both strengths and limitation without excessive self-criticism. In the workplace, it helps employees handle feedbacks better and especially in coping with mistakes while remaining emotionally resilient under pressure. So this is one of the key points in Carol's model. And the second one is you can see the positive relation with others. This dimension refers to the ability for us to develop and maintain warm, trusting, and meaningful relation with others. Individuals with positive relations are able to show empathy. We can communicate effectively. This is where we can cooperate with others and build mutual respect and rapport accordingly. As a person, we normally value healthy relationship with others, uh, such as with our coworkers, our friends, and it is a really healthy relationship, not only at the workplace, but it also create a spiritual advantage for us to feel comfortable and feel accepted at the workplace. In the workplace, this includes teamwork, collaborations, activities uh, like in completing a task while doing some joint ventures in a mutual project, perhaps. It builds a strong positive relationship that can improve emotional well-being. This is according to Calvin. And for the autonomy, it refers to the ability to think, to decide, and act independently without being overly influenced by external pressures or opinion. Individual with autonomy demonstrates self-confidence, personal responsibility, and the ability to make sound judgment based on their own values and beliefs. And they are capable of managing situations independently while remaining accountable for their decisions and actions. In the workplace, autonomy can be seen in employees who confidently carry out responsibilities, solve problems, and make professional decisions at workplace, right? They are very sound and they are very calming in a way, even when they are working under pressure. Let's dive into the environmental mastery. Uh, this one refers to the ability to manage daily responsibility, and adapt effectively to surrounding demands and challenges. Individuals with this quality can organize their work, handle pressures, and maintain control over their environment. They are capable of balancing responsibilities, solving problems, and adjusting to workloads. And they can meet deadlines accordingly and perform effectively under pressure. This is considered as a competent member when they get all the experience they have on the previous journey in their career. And I believe for this dimension, all the support from the external support, from the management wise, and also from the system wise, also distribute. We also contribute to this environmental mastery competencies. Next, in the purpose in life refers to having a goal, meaning, and a clear, concise sense of direction in life. Individuals with this dimension feel that their life and work are more valuable and meaningful. They are motivated by long-term goals and desire to contribute positively to society. In the workplace, purpose in life can be seen in employees who review their work as important and fulfilling. Having a sense of purpose helps individuals stay motivated, focused, and resilient during challenges. So this is some of the dimensions that I shared. As in conclusion, psychological well-being is not just about feeling happy, but also about living a balanced and meaningful life. People accept themselves, maintain good relationship, make independent decisions, manage challenges well, find purpose in life, and continue to grow personally, and more likely to experience positive well-being. Have uh, have have we not have this kind of experience or endowment, perhaps, in our workplace where we do not experience these dimensions, perhaps? Does any of the audience does not perhaps having this experience at their workplace, perhaps? Can I see some comment, perhaps, or feedbacks?
So anyone from our participant would like to share his or her feedback on the psychological well-being?
Yeah. Has anyone, has anyone in the floor perhaps doesn't or does not have this kind of experience at all in their career since reporting to duty? I think the experience fluctuates, right? Perhaps it comes and goes. So according to RIF model, in order for us to have a psychological well-being, these six components or dimensions is crucial for us to attain and to look into, because it provides us the insights or whether we having psychological well-being or psychological wellness at workplace, or perhaps we are approaching challenges in life at workplace. Perhaps we are also thriving to get into there. But whatever it is an experience that we can consider as learning a learning process for us to create a character, a better character, and also to fulfill our personality at workplace, inshallah. So, my fellow viewers, what is actually workplace civility? Workplace civility encompasses we must civility is not just being firm, yet preserving dignity. At the same time, we preserve dignities of others while we conveying our message to them. And it's really about how we interact and treat people with respect and consideration in everyday work interactions. It means we can be honest and direct, but still at the same time we can be kind and professional in how we speak and act. Even when there are disagreements or pressure, civility helps people and us to stay calm and listen to each other appropriately, and hence avoid any unnecessary conflict. It's about protecting dignity while still maintaining clear proportion, expectation, and standards. When people are civil at work, the environment feels safer. Wouldn't you agree? Right? So we feel more safer in a place where people respect us, treat us with dignity, and be courteous with us, being courteous with us, right? So it makes our life easier at workplace, and it's make easier for us to work together and do our best in performing our task at work. The key characteristic of civility encompasses respectful communication and boundaries, right? Just we have to look into deeply into what we are saying or what we want to say. Sometimes in the process of delivering a message, it is not what we want to say. It's more to how we want to say it, because sometimes in the process of delivering message or sharing out your message in order for others to understand or understood, we neglected the most important part. We usually uh, oversees how people feel about what we say about them and how we talk to them. So we need to look this very carefully, because it can result into something uh, which at the end might be disadvantage for us and for our workplace, and also for our organization, right? And we also need to be empathy and genuine and being courteous to each other, not only to us, not only to ourselves. We also need to be courteous to ourselves. We also need to be courteous to our colleagues, uh, our superiors, our fellow colleagues, and also everyone. We need to be courteous, right? This is the way, and this is how people normally want to be treated, right? Uh, let's say when you came to the office early in the morning, and then people say, "Assalamu alaikum, sir. You look great this morning."
You look handsome this morning. Right. So, as a person, if you ask me, I would be delightful to have that kind of you know engagement. People beri salam and everything. Okay, and it makes me feel welcome at the same time. And even if you saw perhaps somebody just walk in the office and they no they just keep silence, and they just keep some kind of avoiding body language displayed, and there is nobody else at the office, only you. So how do you feel when you engage this kind of behavior of or scenario? That's what I'm saying. So actually, civility is not only something that uh, come from what we say and how it's not only about conversation and how we select our words, all right, uh, in conveying our messages. It's also about your body language, how you behave, how you portray your actions also give some kind of effect to others, right? And we also need to be fair in all our interactions, so there will not be any discrimination, perhaps in a sense, literally, or perhaps in the sense of perception-wise, because sometimes we tend to treat others differently, not because they are different, but we have different emotion running in our mind and our hearts. So that is the problem. So we need to enhance our capability in, reinforce our emotional intelligence in that way. Okay, I'll go through that part later on. But do you agree? Sometimes we treat people not only because, hold on, can you hear my voice?
Yeah, Mr. Saleh.
Ya,
Saya
Okay,
dengar jelas.
because I got feedback from one of my colleagues who is following me and helping me out here, said that my voice is not clear enough, but it's clear, right?
Yeah, Mr. Saleh, very loud and
Yeah.
clear.
Just let me know if there should be any amendments of improvement that I should make. Huh? Okay, thank you.
Okay,
So,
okay, for
okay,
sure, for sure.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. So, like I said, we need to be fair in treating others. Not to say in terms of their differences, we need to treat them fairly despite our emotional differences. I mean, or turbulence inside us, our mind, because maybe before we come to work, there's something going on, huh? In the traffic, or maybe something going on inside of our mind because we're thinking something that had happened before at home, or yesterday when we have these arguments with our boss, perhaps, right? And then later on, here we are at the office and we see someone that, like, uh, like a person that we can manifest our emotional instability. Sometimes we know you just un- unconsciously, perhaps, or without any intention, unintentionally, perhaps, we display a gesture, an actions, or perhaps a kind of body language which eventually disturb the feeling of our colleague. When we answer their questions, when we engage into the communication process between we and between us and between us and our colleague, perhaps just because we don't feel good at that particular morning lah, because so much running in our head, in our hearts. So we need to be fair. We need to understand what we feel inside. We need to cater it appropriately, and we need not to portray it or to share it emotionally to others. It's not fair, because they are not the one who should pay the price, right? Okay, that's how we always try to persuade ourselves lah. That's how we try to accommodate our emotional uneasiness. So when we have this kind of conscious, inshallah, we can be fair in terms of interacting to others. And then workplace civility, inshallah, provides psychology safety for all, because uh, um, it's about you, how you are being treated. It's how you're being treated and how you treat others. When you have a friend which practice civility behavior, they talk to you nicely and softly, with empathy and with good conscience. How do you feel? Do you feel good? Do you feel comfortable? Sure. If you ask me, I feel comfortable, and I feel, yeah, I would welcome that. I would welcome that, and I would love that to hold on. Okay, so I would love that, and I would welcome that kind of behavior, because the person is being nice to me, all right, in a very respectful way and everything. And how you treat others also, in terms of how you communicate, and in terms of how you treat them nicely and everything. Actually, some people might say that is a very small thing to uh, focus about, but actually it's not. That small thing creates a massive, huge impact on people's life, on people's feelings, and how they see life at work, and also life in their life, actually, their personal life, actually. Because sometimes, even though they think, these challenges occur at workplace, sometimes people take it personally. Do you agree? To take it personally. They see how, and they evaluate how people talk to them, how people treat them, right? So they compare with others, and this, which eventually risen the conflicts internally and perhaps externally, or perhaps both. And this is not what we want in an organization. And this act of incivility will cause more damage than we could ever imagine. So, dear fellow.
Encik Salleh, we couldn't hear your voice. Encik Salleh, are you still here? Encik Salleh, we cannot hear your voice. Are you still connected? Okay, now we can see your face, but not your voice. Again, we cannot hear your voice. Might be your internet connectivity, Encik Salleh.
Okay, can you hear my voice now?
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
So, okay, guys, these are some of the challenges when we do a presentation online. Hold on. Sorry.
Yeah.
Uh, sorry for the advertisement. So, shall we continue? Hold on.
Yeah. We shall continue.
This is fun. Okay. So, where are we at now? Okay. Right. Hold on. Okay. Like I said, that is some of the key components and characteristics of civility and at workplace and why it matters.
Encik Salleh, can you
Yeah.
share again your slide? We can see your face, but not the slide. Yeah, the voice also. Okay, Encik Salleh, your slide appear on screen, but again, your voice.
Okay, how about now?
Okay. Okay, Encik Salleh.
Yeah. All right. And can you see me?
Yeah, your slide appear on screen,
Okay, good. But can you see me? My visual.
but we cannot see your face.
Okay. Sorry about these things. I think there's a conflict between these two USB ports. Perhaps I don't know. I'm not really into the technical, but I guess perhaps there's some issues during in terms of the connection. Either way, okay. Can we continue?
Yeah.
Hold on. I hope that the visual from my video view might come to hold on. Might appear. Hold on. I try. Nope. It's either way. Is it either I use it for my hold on. Yep. It's either way I'm using my voice or my visual. But the good thing is that you can see the slides, right?
Yeah. We can see your slide, Salleh.
So I'm sorry for this interruption. So can we proceed
It's
without
okay.
my visual?
Yeah. Okay. You may proceed, Encik Salleh.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Tuan Moderator. Hold on. I'm going to. Okay. So, okay. Can you see the slide?
We cannot see your slide.
Okay. Subhanallah. Okay, guys. Try to share it one more time. Hold on. Okay, how about now?
Okay, now we can see
Okay.
your slide.
Okay, good. Sorry that you cannot see me lah. Because
It's okay. It's okay.
I think I can only use either one for voice or for visual. Hold on, for video. All right. So, what is workplace civility in other perhaps in I can put in another analogy, right? So as you can see on the slide, for example, when we have this conversation between A and B, right? Where we can see there's a two conversation between perhaps the subordinate and his officer, right? His officer is considered as actor A, and the subordinate is actor B, right? So the supervisor or the officer said, "Your report has errors. Please correct them before resubmitting." And the staff said, "I understand. I'll fix them right away. Thanks for pointing it out." And then the uh, officer replied, "Appreciate it. Let me know if you need help." So as you can see on this slide, uh, this kind of dialogue or conversation is helping and is objective oriented and solution oriented, right? Okay. And uh, let's see on the second example. Hold on. But before that, I just want to share with you from the dialogue, the first dialogue here that we see on the screen. Actually, civil communication makes people feel respected. Wouldn't you agree? And less stress. All right. Civil communication, you speak the right word, you choose the right word to engage people and letting people know what you want them to do. This is a very good way to make people understand that actually you are trying to gain or trying to get their help and not trying to ruin their life and their emotion. All right, this kind of conversation on the screen, let's say, is actually a less stress conversation or exchange of information. Uh, and it actually give more space to the staff to improve, right? And also, it builds trust and confidence, right? It also helps individuals to stay motivated and at the same time give them space and opportunity to learn new things, all right, and improvise anything they need to improvise, right? And this will not allow them to feel offended or feel discouraged, right? See, your report has errors. Please correct them before submitting. I understand, sir. I'll fix them right away, sir. Thanks for pointing it out. I appreciate it. Okay. Let me know if you need a very courteous conversation. Let's see now at the second dialogue. Okay, this is in civility dialogue. This report is full of mistakes. Didn't you even try? Okay. And the staff replied, I did my best, sir. Then the boss said, well, your best isn't good enough. Fix it properly. Oh, your best isn't good enough. So if I give you uh, the opportunity to choose which kind of conversation or engagement between you and your boss, which one that you might prefer, and which one which you feel more comfortable. Do you feel more comfortable if your boss communicate with you with the first type of communication on the previous slide, or you prefer this one? I would agree that we choose the first one, right? So, civility versus toxic behavior. This one is contrasting workplace cultures. All right, it is about respect and trust. All right, it is about respect and trust. Okay, civility is more to you. It's more like you want to convey something, you want to share something, you want to exchange your thoughts, right? But some of your thoughts perhaps not really colorful in a way it might be, but fortunately you know how to make it sound acceptable for others to accept, all right? And this foster collaboration, and you might have a good feedback as an exchange, all right? Are you going to have a more professional no engagement maneuver now and future ahead, because people respect you in how you handle them, right? And you also have done a very good job in trying to avoid any conflicts, which eventually will only cause you trouble and additional turbulence in whatever task that you are trying to accomplish at hand, right? And toxic environment, for the toxic environment, right? Such as breeding gossips, sarcasm, and emotional manipulation. You only will make staff avoid speaking up to prevent they being humiliated or belittled. All right, and at the end, your staff, I mean, they will retaliate whether you ready or not, whether you notice or noticing it or not. They retaliate, perhaps not in a direct manner, but they have issues with you. So this is something that we really d- uh, don't want it to happen, and we always look forward to have better engagement and collaboration, and also teamwork with our friends at work. All right. At the end, they will cause emotional exhaustion when uncivil behavior becomes normalized. All right, people treating negatively each other, right, without respect, right? Without proper manners, and sometimes you cause you perhaps like not necessarily, but perhaps sometimes you go beyond, and so far that you know you uh, make them feel um, not only unwanted, but also feel miserable. All right, and this also can lead to burnout and eventually diminished their psychological well-being. Okay, please look into these warning signs if you have experienced it in sometimes perhaps, or perhaps last weeks or within this month, how often it occurs and how often it suffers. And this is very important for you to look into, right? Because this is some of the signs that you are working perhaps in civility workplace. All right. First sign is that, do you have any anxiety or emotional exhaustion? Perhaps emotional exhaustions which lasts in days, perhaps, or in weeks. All right. Do you have this signs? And how do you feel when you are at work? Do you feel motivated, or do you feel it's like, wow, it's work? It's a work day again, or I'm at my office and I'm doing this great task, and uh, I'm developing new competencies, and I'm creating new links and friends, and I creating new networks and everything. Or perhaps you're just being blunt, or perhaps you burn out, you have low self-esteem, and you don't know why you come to work today. So, do you have these signs? All right. These signs could lead to productivity loss, right? And eventually trust erosion about your workplace and the people in it. All right. So you feel do you feel trust your friends at work, or perhaps your boss, or perhaps your supervisor, immediate supervisor? All right. So, can you function well in a team? Are you planning to quit? Are you trying to move to other another department or another agency? Or perhaps you keep on attending to your workplace, right? This is what we call presentism. But at the same time, you cannot function well at workplace because you just come, but without your interests, without your motivations, and sometimes with your anger, your frustration, and you come to work with anxiety in your hearts and minds, and you feel like quitting all the time. All right. So these are the signs that we need to look into, because when these signs surface or occurred, or perhaps you experience it, it's better for you to seek help from HR perhaps, or from the professionals. All right. So I believe that in IIUM you have uh, counseling and psychology unit, right? So you can and seek go to the unit and try to seek some consultation, or perhaps create a appointment to have professional psychological or counseling interventions to aid you in facing up your challenges, and your predicament in or at workplace. The hidden cost of disrespect includes dismissive tone, harsh communication style. You know, sometimes have we ever met a person which talk softly but deadly? You know, the gestures and the tone is very soft, but the contain. I mean the contain. I mean the words, the meaning behind the words is very disturbing. All right, this is also considered as a harsh communication style, right? Um, being ignored or included from decision. Have you feel isolated before when you try to give ideas or feedbacks during the meeting, or perhaps during a gathering where people try to gain or to try to brainstorm about ideas in doing something great for organization, or for things related to uh, uh, you know uh, 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 special programs perhaps. But unfortunately your ideas and unfortunately your 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 points are being ignored and not included, and not respected. Do you feel this kind of treatment? All right. And then, do you feel any public embarrassment and criticism, or double standard and unfair treatment? All right, at your workplace? Okay. Actually, the hidden cost of disrespect is how much damage it quietly creates in a workplace over time. It takes time, and sometimes uh, it it is not a one day or the whole night process. Actually, happen over time. When people feel disrespected, they tend to lose motivation. Oh no, and also they lose their confidence and trust. you know and it also slowly builds stress, tension, and misunderstanding between colleagues. People also going to stop communicating openly, because they don't feel they don't feel that they are welcome, and they don't feel that they are valued, and teamwork sure going to break down. eh? Even it is not obvious at first, yeah, because we tend to always keep things silently inside ourselves, right? Within ourselves, to ourselves. But eventually, it displays quite loudly in terms of our productivity. In terms of our productivity drops, and good employees may feel unhappy, eventually leave the company or the organization. In the end, disrespect doesn't just hurt individual. Do you agree? It also affect the whole workplace, the whole organization, and if and the most important thing, it will affect the whole performance. in the organization. So tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, ladies and gentlemen, civility, where does it begin? All right. Who should start first? Do we should start first, or the other person who should start first? It actually begins with ourselves, right? Civility begins with ourselves because actually it begins with how we think, how we speak, and how we behave. That will shape how we treat others. Agree? Uh, when we practice respect and we, practice self-control and kindness, it naturally reflects in our interactions and sets a very positive example for others uh, to follow as well, right? So, in terms of our communications, we should monitor our tone, our word choice, our facial expression, our body language, actually, eh? uh, and how we deliver this message is important, all right? Important and will give us the sense of advantage or disadvantage. So this is very important. We need also to have the quality to understand how people feel. Oh, we cannot just focus on what we feel. We also need to understand how do we how other people feel at that moment. All right. This requires special training, perhaps, not necessarily. You can see throughout their facial expression. Yeah? Okay. You can see if the facial expression is full of smiles, right? Uh, and their eyes are very energetic, and they welcome you, and they giving very comforting gestures, and very polite gestures. I think it should portray that person is in a stable mode, okay, in a stable state, perhaps. But if otherwise, you saw sad face, right? And the person is trying to keep their distance, right? And don't want to engage to anyone at that moment, right? So when we try to, pass our message or trying to exchange message, or what we want to deliver to this person, we need to be extra careful, all right? We need to be very attentive. We need to be very sensitive. Like I said, it's not what you want to say. I know sometimes it's very urgent. You want to say it the way how it should be said, but but it is important for you to say it in an orderly manner. Right? So that the person might understood it accordingly. Okay? And for us, or for those who have this emotional disturbance or turbulence early in the morning, or perhaps or anytime, all right, you just have gone into a fight with somebody, and then now you need to talk to somebody else about a job stuff, and you need to know how to regulate your emotion. You need to learn how to take a pause, all right, and how to reflect, and how to take a deep breath before before you go and engage with somewhere else. All right. This is important because um, uh, emotional regulation is something that uh, every everyone should have. All right, including myself. Right, we need to have these skills and this knowledge. You need to know how to pause yourself for a moment, take a deep breath, relax yourself. Right, especially when you just experience something which is not very comforting, right? Like an argument, okay? Oh, so you need to regulate your emotion accordingly, right? Uh, this set of skills actually will provide you some kind of superpower, ah, not everyone have it, or not everyone has it, it's a superpower actually, because not everyone can handle their temper, not anyone can handle bad moods, bad days, right? And not anyone can sorry, not anyone can transform something which is negative thoughts to positive without the capability or the ability to practice emotional regulation. So this set of skill you can learn. It's easily to find, right? And you also can try to uh, get the tips from your friendly uh, counseling or psychology department. Oh, okay. Or perhaps you have akrab there. Okay, akrab is also considered well-trained personnel, government personnel, which equipped with training, appropriate training in counseling and psychological methods. Um, they also can and provide you the help you need in terms of to get skill sets of emotional regulation. All right. And be mindful on how authority affects interaction. Ensure your position doesn't intimidate or silence others unintentionally. As a boss, when you want to correct your staff, so I think, like I said, it's not what we want to say. It is how we say it in a manner which other people can accept it accordingly, right? And please watch for the red flags. Uh, Please do not easily tempted to be angered, and try not to be defensive, and try to not to be sarcasm. Because this is the things that which eventually jeopardize a good relationship and a good communication qualities within the workplace. And leaders, okay, the role of leadership. Yep, the role of leadership in workplace civility. Leaders set the tone for workplace culture through their daily actions. Key leadership behaviors include respectful correction that addresses issues without humiliation, fostering and listening culture where all voices matter, demonstrating fairness and consistency, and creating psychological safety for teams too. thrive. And culture is not what leaders say, culture is what leaders tolerate. And we must also understand sometimes, leaders also human like us. They also have their own challenges, right? Okay, and their own predicament to overcome. Uh, so it's actually a two-way understandings and two-way cooperation. We need to be just, and we need to be courteous uh, to everybody, to everyone, despite of what ranks they are in, or what position that they are in, or whatever differences that we have. We need to be fair, all right? We need to be courteous, and we need to be have a very professional, well mannered engagement with others. All right. And actually, leaders, yes, I believe that leaders can shape workplace culture more through what they do every day, more than what they can say. For example, when mistakes happen, usually respectful leaders, they correct people calmly and constructively. Okay. They only focus on solution instead of blaming. They also create a space where everyone feel heard by listening to different opinions. All right, and they are not being impulsive. Good leaders, they are not impulsive. All right, they are rational. They are rational thinkers. All right, so and they apply rules and regulation consistently, without any favoritism. All right, and just as important is psychology safety, where people feel comfortable speaking up, asking questions, or admitting mistake without fear of humiliation. So this is the role of leadership. If you portray good leadership towards your staff, or not only leadership, we can also portray our leadership at home, perhaps, right? But if we portray it accordingly, we portray it without favoritism, we portray it in an equal manner, right? I think we will get all the respect that we can get. We can earn that respect from others, right? Because you know people have this kind of senses that they can feel whether we are being genuine or not, or whether we being hurtful or not, right? If not, people will feel embarrassed, right, to share with them. They will feel uncomfortable, all right? Or perhaps when we uh, say something which is against their expectation, they in a wrong way, which is in a wrong way, they will feel punished. So in the future, they will not collaborate, and they will not cooperate with us, or they will not give any ideas, because they fear, because the fear of being rejected, being criticized, right, by their leaders, right? But when leaders respond with understanding instead of criticism, it builds trust and confidence, not between the leader and the staff, but across the team. Over time, these small daily behaviors shape how people treat each other and define the true culture of the workplace and leadership. Right. So, leaders, you can play a bigger role, and inshallah, eh, uh, you and your team will go further. All right. But it needs quite an effort for you to hold up few things inside, eh, in just to make sure that whatever we say, whatever we portray, is accordingly uh, manifest in a good manner. All right, even when we under pressure, that is very important, because our staff will see us uh, as a competent leader or a moody leader. Moody leader, or a competent leader. So we can find a moody leader almost everywhere, but for us to find a competent leader, even under pressure, wow. Huh? But I believe all of our viewers here is a competent leader. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Psychological safety at work. All right. It means creating environment where employees feel safe to speak up, ask questions, admit mistakes, and share opinions without fear or of humiliation, punishment, or mockery. When people feel psychologically safe, they contribute more openly, collaborate more effectively, and innovate without hesitation. All right. So actually, psychological safety is about creating a workplace where people feel comfortable being themselves at work. It means employees can speak up, ask questions, right? Admit their mistakes, uh, uh, and improve, right? Make few improvisation that they should, in order to develop themselves, right? Make corrections in a safe safe psychologically, feel safe, right? And they can share ideas without worrying about being humiliated or punished or mock, right? And when this kind of safety exists, people communicate more openly. And they tend to work together more effectively. Do you agree? All right. They're also more willing to try new ideas and take smart risks because they know they won't be unfairly judged if something goes wrong. They will be guided. They will be aid come along. All right. Because in their mind, they have the company and the people trust. And this trust is something that will put them in a place that will give them advantage in becoming a better employee or staff. Not the other way around. Huh? This leads to better collaboration, stronger trust, and higher creativity within teams. Over time, it also will improve overall performance because people focus on learning and solving problem instead of protecting themselves or you know go for criticism. uh, yes, sometimes we need to criticize, but criticize also needs to be conveyed in an orderly manner, because we are gentlemen, right? uh, and try to help ourselves to be calm, even when we are under pressure, and especially when we want to engage with someone else, exchange information, when we seek for help, or when we are trying to correcting errors. Even while we are trying to correct errors, we should not left behind, you know, professionalism, ethics, good manners, and courtesy. It should not leave behind all of these qualities, right? It should be accompanied with all of that, all right? Because it will give you a beneficial outcome, all right? And avoid any further conflict to be worsened, all right? Simply put, when employees feel safe, they contribute more honestly and confidently, and the whole team performs better compared than before. Even when you are not around, because they are working with their hearts together with you. Okay, and when we communicate, please do not communicate in an incorrect behavior. Choose your word wisely. All right, portray the very best body language, all right, without making our staff or perhaps our colleague, our friends, okay, our message receiver feel intimidated or belittled. Huh? Okay, that is not really appropriate, right? Because the thing is that we don't have that kind of intention, right? Healthy mindset will not have that kind ill attention towards others when they have a healthy conversation, right? Communication that heals instead of harm is really about how we choose to speak to each other, especially in a difficult moment. We need to be calm, and stay focused to the message objective. All right. Yes, sometimes we feel something. We have this kind of pressure inside of us, but that is not relevant. The thing is that we want to convey message effectively to our friend, or perhaps our colleague, or perhaps our boss. All right. So do not react into some kind of inappropriate behavior. All right. Just because we are not in the mood that day. All right. And in communication, let's say we want to uh, trying to correct few errors perhaps which we saw occurred during the working process. Instead of blaming or putting someone down, we should focus on the empathy. All right. uh, how do we do that? Focus on empathy before you try to put a blame or try to manifest corrective pronunciation towards others. Try to put empathy first inside your self, right? Your mind. Try to use your imagination. Why is my staff is like this? Why is my colleague is like this? Why is my boss is like this? Is he having some difficulty perhaps in his life, or his at work perhaps, which eventually transform him to be like this? Okay, not we must not try to jump into negative conclusion. All right, just because we just uh, being yelled, or maybe perhaps given harsh words by our friends or colleague or bosses. All right, try to calm ourselves. Sometimes their actions, yes, some of them perhaps they do it intentionally, but not all of them aware that sometimes what they said uh, is actually inappropriate to describe who they are. All right. For them, they can say whatever they want to say. Eh? But for reasonable friends or leaders or staff, right? Even when they under pressure, they will carefully choose their words, right? They will carefully choose what they want to say and how they want to say it, all right? Uh, because this kind of person is actually a constructive person. It makes communication, uh, the communication makes people feel safe, valued, and understood despite of their emotional turbulences. Right? So when you have problem, perhaps in your life or at your workplace, but still you can treat people nicely, whether you know it or not, actually you are creating another positive energy in your life, right? In your hearts and mind as well. When you treat good goodness, you treat politeness, you treat with politeness and with goodness. Actually, you are creating greatness into your character. All right, you'll become a great person. Okay, uh, try. You can try it. All right. I, when you treat other people with respect and dignity, actually you are treating yourself with respect and dignity. All right. So this is some of the points regarding communication that we should have, which is healing, not harming. Okay. All right. Conflict without hostility. Can I ask our fellow viewers, do we experience any conflict or conflicts, or perhaps last week, or perhaps just a moment ago before we online? Not necessarily we have conflicts with other people than our working colleagues, right? But sometimes we have conflict inside ourselves. We are conflicting with our own self, right? Uh, Anyone? No? You have conflicts?
Just Salleh,
Yeah.
backbiting considered as conflict.
Okay. Means you have
Do you hear
some.
me?
Okay. Hello. Can you hear
Hello,
me?
hello.
Ah.
Okay, just want to ask. Backbiting is considered as conflict.
Yep. Backbiting. Oh, it's a phrase that it's a favorite phrase, right? At the workplace, backbiting. It's actually literally not a conflict, but it can cause conflict. Agree?
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Have you experienced this, sir?
For sure, I experienced before.
Okay. First of all, what we need to do is try to stay calm. Backbiting is something that we cannot control, right? We cannot control what people want to say, and we cannot control how people want to behave, and we also cannot control what are choices that they made. in their life, especially at workplace. For example, while we working with our friends and colleagues, right? From the surface, we can see they are very friendly, they are very supporting, they're very welcoming. But unfortunately, we get a message from other friend, you know, that guy talk something about you, which is I don't know how to put this, but it's not good, you know. And just want to let you know, I cannot say more because I don't want to, you know, mengumpat. You know. And sometimes when we do our job, all right, and we completed our task, all right, at the end there's some rumors or the backbiting occurs, all right, and saying that okay, during the completion of the project, he doesn't contribute much. He's only a passenger. He just sit there, and when we ask his help, he helped, but not as much as we should. Just not as much as he should. So actually, we don't like him in the team for future project. Huh? So we, as the person that where the remarks referred to, we feel a bit perhaps a bit confused perhaps and awkward because we don't have this kind of symptoms before in our team, right? They only portray the good sides and warm and welcoming gestures during the project phase, right? But when it's completed and when the postmortem comes in, so all of this come out. Okay, and some of them, uh, fortunately, we get the notification lah. But some of them we don't know. Yeah? Backbiting, something that we cannot control. It will happen, and it usually happen even if you do the right thing or great things in life. There are always people who going, to wait some opportunity. Perhaps, perhaps not all of them, but perhaps there are incidents which I can recall according to my experience in my profession. This thing happen. All right. The victim usually doesn't aware this kind of uh, situation, right? This kind of phenomenon, but eventually it comes clearly to them through other uh, person, right? And it is really surprising lah for them. Okay, but like I said, the thing is that we cannot control what people want to say, what people want to do, right? But the thing is that you need to control yourself. You need to take over yourself, your mind, okay, and your focus. All right, you must understand that things. I mean, job needs to be done, and I've done it, and I give all my best to the team, and I've collaborated accordingly, and that's it. But if you still get a negative feedback, and if still people resist you and reject you in a way, uh, whatever reasons they might have, it's actually okay to be rejected in life. It's okay to be not welcome. It is okay to be rejected, It is okay not to be liked. Agree? But it is not okay for you to stop your fight. To stop your steps, to stop your journey. All right? It is your right to continue to be the better person you want to be the better employee you want to be. Despite people don't like you, despite they are beating back biting issues come around, it's okay. It's okay not to be liked. It's okay to be rejected. But it is not for you. It is not okay for you to entertain that kind of you know, that kind of disturbance. All right, you must focus on what you do. You just do what you need to do, and then the rest you leave it to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Even when you making jokes just to make people happy. Also, some people not only they are not happy, all right, they hate you. Even you try so hard, you want to make them laugh, right? They hate you despite, and you give it freely, right? And they still hate you. So it's normal, but it is not normal for you to hate yourself. It is not normal for you to reject yourself. Uh, am I answering the question?
Yeah, Mr. Salleh.
Okay. So I hope I answer your question accordingly lah. Hold on. Okay. So listen to understand, not to win. Listen to understand. Try not to put any assumption before the conversation ends. Try to take a pause for a moment for you to think about it, and uh, how you want to reflect, how you want to reply. Okay, and try to use the most uh, courteous manner that you can uh, in conveying your reply. Okay, because you know why? Because actually, I like to share with you this uh, this concept of thinking that I learned previously from a great person. He said to me that when you encounter difficulties which being done upon you by other people, you need not to get mad easily. Remember, because actually the person is a test for you. The person is a test for you, so try not to get mad easily. Okay. Then I said to this great person, I said, wow, why can't I get mad? Because he's no he's he's belittling me, and he tried to make me feel bad, and I know he do this intentionally. That is how I respond before uh, I got this job lah, during my youth lah. So this great person said, yes, but that is his choice. How he treats you, how he talk to you, how he behave, it's his choice. Later on, he will be answerable to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, and you have your choice also. You can be patient, as what the Messenger of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, Rasulullah SAW, always mention. Try to be patient. Must be patient. Try to be patient, even you are under pressure. Right? It is not actually how people treat us. Not really exactly. It is how we respond to how people treat us. Something goes like that lah. All right. So actually, it depends on how we react, which determine who we are and where we are heading. So where are you going to head? You going to head for calm and peaceness, and calm and peacefulness and prosperity, or you want to head to something, somewhere which causes more headache? And don't worry much because at the end of the day, it's just between you and your deeds. All right. Perhaps inshallah, one of the reason, inshallah, or maybe may Allah give it as a reason for you to enter Jannatul Firdaus because of your patience, because of your self control, not to say something bad, ill towards others, even though they are doing the thing to you. You know why? Because you constrain yourself, you refrain yourself because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who knows? This kind of situation, or perhaps this kind of attitude, which in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is most accepted and welcome. Maybe it may it be the cause for you to enter Jannatul Firdaus, inshallah. Okay. All right. So we move into the emotional intelligence and civility a little bit and their relationship. Okay, emotional intelligence is the foundation of workplace civility. It enables us to navigate interpersonal dynamics with awareness, regulate our responses under pressure, and communicate with empathy and respect, even in challenging situations. The core EI competencies is self-awareness, recognizing your emotion and their impact. This is what I just said just now. We must understand what we feel. We please not put a lot of energy to understand what people feel so much. What we people feel so much. We must focus on what we feel only. This is wrong. This is wrong. We cannot only focus on our self-awareness, on our emotion only. We also need to understand how people feel at that particular time. We must understand how people feel. We must have this empathy towards others when we communicate, when we engage, right? Because why? They're just human like us, right? They need and they like to be treated accordingly with respect and everything, despite that whatever we have just experienced or suffer later on, perhaps, or a moment ago. It's not important. That we keep to ourselves. That we regulate ourselves. But when we deal with people, we deal with respect, no matter whether we in a good mood or not. Agree? Agree? If you have a friend, for example, you want to have a friend that have moody competencies, or uh, uh, or moody, um, too moody. I lost the word. Okay. Or you want a moody friend, or you want a rational friend? You tell me. For me, I would like to have a rational friend. I have enough moody issues already. Right. So it's good to have company which can regulate their emotion wisely and with maturity. This is very important. All right. And we must also have the set of skills, or technique to self-regulate ourselves in managing our urges and impulses, so that we can stay calm. All right. The empathy, like I said, we need to have it because it helps us to understand people better, and it help us to uh, react and coordinate our behavior accordingly, so that we will not cross the boundaries. Right now, we have boundaries. All right, and we must respect and we must aware of the boundaries. All right. And then, in terms of relationship management, it will build trust through respectful communication. All right. Civility and emotional intelligence actually it go hand by hand, right? Basically, emotional intelligence is what happened inside your head, and civility is what people don't get yelled at because of it, because of their courtesy, all right. Maybe because of their calmness, all right. uh, right? But sometimes even when we calm, people still yell at us, right? But it's okay, no problem. Like I said, it is not what or how they treat us. It's more to how we react, we, which determines the next event that we are going to experience. And another thing is emotional intelligence is actually it's help you to notice your own feeling. You have to have these competencies. All right. It, People with high emotional intelligence, they tend to know their own feeling, right? uh, and then they control their reaction. Okay. And they understand what other people is going through. Okay. And they don't want people to feel bad as they did. uh, so as much as good as possible, they will treat people and communicate with people with respect. Okay. And this is quite outstanding actually, if you ask me lah. eh? Quite outstanding. This kind of person or people is actually a person or people that have a kind of superpower. Do you agree? Superpower. They can control and regulate themselves and staying calm even though in the heated moment, and they can at the same time choose respectful words, ah, while their head are still buzzing with pressure. Uh, and they, and not turning every disagreement into a dramatic scene. They can, they can not to say manipulate. They can transform. Yes, they can transform some kind of disagreement or argument into uh, a calm discussion, an acceptable conversation to both parties. So I would believe that this requires special skills. It requires a special arts as well, right? But inshallah, okay, we can try to get the skill sets throughout the respective courses, right? And okay, right. Next is okay. Anybody having burnout and emotional exhaustion at the moment? Oh, this is a very serious issues. All right. Uh, Dear fellow viewers, civility at work can quietly take a real emotional toll on people. When someone is repeatedly met with rude comments, dismissive attitude, for example, or they are being treated with lack of respect, it actually slowly wears them down. It's actually slowing and wearing them down. It's not always one big moment. It's the small repeated experience that build stress over time. Sometimes people experience it throughout negative gestures, people smirking at them, right? Doesn't reply the salam, avoiding, isolating, right? This kind of occurrences doesn't have any. It's all about actions, but people still can feel it, and it can give a negative effect on people. People may start feeling drained, unappreciated, and then emotionally exhausted, right? Even if they are still trying to do their job well, because they're going to keep on thinking about this. Gradually, motivation drops, and works begin to feel heavier than it should. And some may even disconnect emotionally just to cope and protect themselves, right? Them they didn't turn up at work, right? Asyik-asyik MC, got MC. Almost almost at least ada couple lah in a month. Ataupun 1 week or the whole week. Ada ke? Mungkin possible. Without a sense of safety and respect, actually it's become harder to recover from these daily stresses, which eventually leads to burnout, because your emotion is already exhausted and you burn out lah. In essence, incivility doesn't just affect performance. It affects how safe and supported people feel at work, and that deeply impacts their well-being. So I hope that after this we can be more sensitive to our surrounding and people around us, right? Because perhaps they already have enough of their own problems, right? On difficulties about life and everything. Why not we become not a savior, not a light, but become someone that doesn't contribute more difficulties in their life. Why not? If we cannot make them smile, make them happy, try not to give them problem lah. you know, because their problem which appear in our life is also a test from Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Allah want to test us actually. We have less problem than them. Now Allah send a person which have a lot of problem for you to face, for you to engage, because perhaps Allah want to see how you treat them. You help them or not? Or you making their life more miserable throughout your comments, right? Your comparison or whatsoever. How? No, don't do that. Must understand. We must appreciate people around us, because they are test sent by Allah, right? So, like us, we are also test sent by Allah to them, right? We all are being tested. So try to help each other. If we ease another burden, another person burden or hardship, inshallah, Allah will ease our hardship in akhirat, inshallah, right? So watch out for this sign. Again, cynicism and detachment. Does it occur? You have loss of motivations, and you have emotional numbness, right? You feel nothing. You should feel something when something appear, because that is how normal people should respond. But for burnout and emotional exhausted person, they feel nothing. They're restless, right? And have to watch out also for the persistent irritability. Does it occur persistently? You feel irritable. you feel easily get anger, get mad, right? You feel I just want to hit somebody or hit the wall. I want to you know I just want to let it out, my anger and everything. No, that's this symptom occurred, so we need to look into. And lastly, high demands with low support. Okay, try to fulfill high job demands with a low support from anybody, or any person that should give the support, also can contribute to burnout and emotional exhaustion. That's why, fellow viewers, try to be uh, 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 in a sense that we accommodate people in lessen their difficulties in life, their hardships and everything, by not giving them any problem. It's better for us to help them out, be a good listener, but don't share their stories. It's private and confidential. I cannot. Good a listener, give advice, give support. For you, maybe it's just a gestures of words, but for them, it's a big impact. It's a big thing. It's a big, like, not to say antidote, but it's like a supplement that they need, right, to make them stay on their feet. Right, we almost finished. Okay. Building a civil workplace culture, we must take care of the core values and culture. Okay. Right. Encouraging civility, actually, just make it short. Encouraging civility at workplace actually brings meaningful benefit at three levels: uh, ourselves, our team, and our organization. Uh, for the self, civility creates some kind of sense of respect and emotional safety. We feel more valued, less stressed, and more confident in expressing ourselves. It is also support better mental well-being, because people not constantly dealing, with uh, negativity propensity, right? And for the team, it strengthen trust, cooperation, communication. All right, civility strengthen trust in the team, cooperation in the team, communication in the team. When people treat each other with respect, surely lah, they will be satisfied, and they will gain respect, and they will gain trust. All right, and they will gain the appropriate attention that they should get. All right, because you respect people, then people normally will respect you back. And some more, the team will the team members will willing to share ideas, support one each other, and work through disagreement constructively. There always a disagreement, but not all disagreement should lead to conflict, but it should lead to constructive argument. uh, okay. Not all agreement should lead to conflict, but argument could be brought towards a constructive argument. Okay, it will benefit everybody, right? And the job will be done accordingly. You will achieve in a well due date, the according date, right? And you will reach your milestone accordingly. So that is good. Micro civility practices that we tend to ignore because it's micro, right? It's hard to see. but it's actually give you a big impact. All right, like small daily actions creating last cultural change. Simple practice like what? Smile. Say thank you. Acknowledge the effort and listen. Respect others. Right. And when we want to show our disagreeableness, we do not agree about certain things, we do it in a good manner, with a smile, with full courtesy intact. That is a very not to say, it's a very important thing for us to practice actually, and it give a big impact to others. Micro civility practices is actually or basically the small things that matter more than we think in the workplace. It's the little habit that actually don't look dramatic but quietly change the whole atmosphere. Very simple. You smile, but people, you change everybody. How they feel, how they perceive and everything. Yes, it's up to them. How they perceive your smile, it's up to them. But normally, when you smile, you create a wonderful, a magical environment. You creating the whole atmosphere wonderful. For example, for and another example, you say good morning with an eye contact instead of walking in like a mysterious silent boss. Good morning, but you don't have eye contact. But when you say somebody good morning to you with a eye contact, with a smile, wow, I think full package lah that morning. You feel boosted, kan? Or actually saying thank you for your help. Thank you for your help and thank you for your smile. I feel great today. You know, I I just experienced some issues while I'm on the way to work, but when I saw your smile, it's all gone away. It just, I don't know where it just diminishes in air. Oh, because of your smile. You see, yeah, it's a very small thing for you to do, but it give a big impact to other person and to the environment around you. Um, yeah. Say thanks for your help instead of just disappearing like a Wi-Fi signal. I think that it should do right. Even small things like not interrupting people in mid sentences while people are trying to share their point of view or their thoughts. You must listen with respect lah. Okay, or at least you can do. Okay, yes, just support them and make them feel that they are listened. Yeah, just be a good listener, good listening figure. You don't need to do anything. You just listen with a smile, with understanding, with empathy. I tell you, with people, to people with turbulences and issues in life, this is a big deal for them. It's a very big favor for them that you have provided. Sometimes feel released already, right? Individually, this action seems tiny and almost forgettable, but when done daily basis, they build trust, reduce tension, and make people actually enjoy working together. Over time, inshallah, the workplace feels less like a pressure cooker, but more like a team that respect each other. Rice siap, we makan together. Kan? Okay, so in short, small respectful acts and make it repeated. It will quietly turn uh, from just colleagues into a real team, inshallah. This is some of the practical coping skills that we can do. All right, to for ourselves lah, to overcome our challenges or predicaments in dealing with our emotions. All right, when we facing not only uncivil behavior but tenseful situation, right? We can practice first emotional regulation techniques. Okay. All right, we can practice emotional regulation techniques such as take a pause, breathe a while, don't reply instantly. Okay, don't be impulsive. Take your time. All right. Uh, when emotion is high, it's not recommended for you to give your reply because we afraid that um, the message will not be conveyed accordingly, but people will have this misunderstanding about you. They will misunderstood you, right? They will think that you want to have a quarrel, have an argument with them, when actually you are not. Okay, you just in not in the good position. You're not stable, right? And you need to set your boundaries. All right, you need to set your boundaries means um, politely but firmly letting others know what behavior is acceptable to you, such as I'm happy to discuss this, but not in that tone, not in how you. Please, can you slow your tone? I really want to hear from you. I really want to know what you want to say, but I am not comfortable when you talk to me in that tone. Can you talk to me nicely because I really want to hear from you. Aha, gitu kan. Okay. And third, assertive communication. It's just like the one I give example just now, because it going to help you to speak up clearly without being rude or passive. At the same time, you can be calm and respectful, right? So you will not do something that you might regret at the end. And fourth, if these things still occur, you still being treated ill by anyone, right? With their uncivil behavior, try to document all the incident, put it in the writing, right? So you can use it as a proof or an aid that will help you later in the next section. Maybe you're going to launch a report, official report, whatever. You want to get some consultation, opinion, or what to do next. You need to have this documentation intact. And finally, try to seek a supportive channel, such as the human resource department personnel, officers, right? Your supervisor, you can talk to your supervisors. You also can talk to your family members, your trusted colleagues. Ensure you don't carry it alone. Make sure you don't carry it alone lah. Don't carry it alone. Try to share with people that you trust. Yeah, remember, people that you trust. All right. And you are also encouraged to seek help from professionals, such as psychology officer at IIUM or counselors at IIUM. Okay, and other trained therapists available in your reach. Okay. Uh, uh, in short, it's important to stay calm, speak wisely, choose your word wisely, and not letting someone else bad mood become your full-time problem. Don't let their bad mood becomes your full problem. Right? Take control of yourself, and inshallah, you will not involve yourself into something which is will get you into trouble lah. And okay, but just be calm, because your life, your control, right? Don't let others determine what you want to do, what you want to feel. It's up to you. Even people may treat us in a way that we perhaps feel offended, yes, but try to understand it is how we react to that kind of stressor, eh, which determines our next experience. So be wise and choose wisely your next steps. Right? Be healthy, right? So that your psychological well-being is well preserved, inshallah. Okay. Okay. Take a moment to reflect on your workplace experience in shaping civility at workplace. Am I emotionally safe here? Do I feel respected and valued? Do I build others up or wear them down through my interactions? What is my interpersonal legacy? How do colleagues feel after working with me? Do they feel good? Do they feel miserable? Okay. Do they feel welcome, or do they feel isolated? Also, what one change? This is important. What one change can I make today to contribute to a more civil workplace? All right, no need to answer. We can. I think this is a rhetoric questions that we can put to ourselves, and perhaps we can put it into our practice. This is only for the revenue of references, so it is for our future, development and improvement in whatsoever areas that we need to improve for the betterment of ourselves and our friends at work and also our organization, inshallah. Okay, I think is that all. Okay, guys, changes begins with us. So we cannot change people, but inshallah people will change because we change. All right, I think that's all for me for now. And back to you, Tuan Moderator.
Thank you so much, Encik Salleh, for your sharing session about the civility workplace. So perhaps that we can take the positive side from this session. Before we end, Encik Salleh, we have one quick question from Assistant Professor Dr. Norazina Muhammad Zain from the College of Economics and Management Sciences. So the question is, after unfortunate incidents where I receive threat due to a book publication, I tend to have anxiety before I start my class. How to cure such anxiety? So
Okay.
please.
Okay, this is a very good question. Um, just I want to share something. Actually, anxiety tends to be common issues that occurred in uh, the public nowadays. Yeah, tends to, because we always hear about these symptoms arises. I think because of now public, they are uh, they can get this information. They can easily get this information through the internet and everything. So the resource is just at the tips of our finger, and so yeah. Back to the question, how to overcome anxiety. Okay, first of all, we must uh, this is one of the tips. Actually, I would suggest um, uh, I mean the person, anyone, I'm putting this anyone who have this kind of challenges, um, to go for a session with their counselors or perhaps psychology officers. Okay, because they have their techniques, and they have their approach that they can share with you, uh, both in short terms and also in the long terms. All right. So that you can get a normal responses during the incident which might occur lah. Because actually anxiety is a normal stress response, but when it started to affect your life and your work, your concentration, even in relationship or daily routines, um, that is when the problem occurred. Right? Some of us, yes, we all have our anxieties, right? But does anxiety affect our normal functioning at work or at life? So when it really affect, so that when the problem arise. So one of the tips that I can share in a short, first of all, I would like to recommend to go to nearby professionals for further aid or assistance, because they have their technique lah, intervention to aid this kind of challenges, right? But in a short, I would like to share with you about grounding technique, right? The grounding the grounding technique is actually very effective to uh, help people with anxiety, because it helps you to pull your attention away from spiraling thoughts and back into your present moments. They're especially useful during anxiety, panic, uh, panic attacks, and overthinking, or when this dissociation occurs. The grounding techniques actually it's requires you uh, to to do five things lah. It involves your senses, right? Your sights, your smelling senses, your what you hear, what you can touch, and everything. All right. For example, um, when you experience anxiety, okay, first of all, try to take a deep breath. eh? Try to take a deep breath. Six, for example, 5, 2, 6. For example, 5 is when you inhale, 2, make it a pause for a moment, and then exhale it for another 6 seconds. But this depends on your lungs capability. Don't push too hard on yourself lah. This is only a guide. The key point is that try to inhale like this. Inhale in 5 seconds, hold it for 2 seconds, and then exhale for 6 seconds. Slowly throughout your mouth lah. Inhale through your nose and exhale it through your mouth. And when you exhale it, just focus to the sound of when you inhaling your breath. When you inhaling, you can hear your voice. I mean your sound of inhaling, right? So focus on that. Some people they want to focus on beaches, gardens, or beautiful mountains. So it's up to you actually. Just focus on something that makes you relax, okay, and trigger a relaxing sensation. So after that, you just pause a moment and then exhale it. And do this for about 5 cycle, perhaps 5 cycle, or more, depending on uh, the how you need it. Is it okay? Then when you uh, settle this breathing technique, you can go for grounding technique. One of it is that you use your senses, your sight senses, right? Try to find five things, perhaps, or three things which give you a positive, positive feeling. All right, which when you see it, you feel comfortable, right? Try to acknowledge the things that you see. Oh yes, I see a chair, and this chair, oh, it's a wooden chair. Okay, and I mean, the material is hard. It's glossy because, yeah, because perhaps how it was painted with glossy paint, and there's an arm. This is a armchair. You try to focus and try to uh, uh, acknowledge it. Okay, and then I see lights, reflection on the wall, and I see your shoe. Try. Okay, then four things that you can touch. Touch your shirt, perhaps, and touch your watch, or maybe your purse. And then touch maybe your rings, wedding rings, whatever, and then try to acknowledge it. Oh, this wedding ring, I got it from my husband during when we when we married. So try to acknowledge it, and then you can also find three things you can hear. Oh, I hear a fan. I hear the aircon is buzzing. Oh, I hear there's traffic outside. I saw the birds. I mean, I can hear the birds singing outside. And then try to acknowledge what you can smell. Uh, oh, I smell okay. Oh, I can smell my perfume. Oh, I can smell the coffee on my table. Okay, and then acknowledge what you can taste. I taste the coffee. It's a bit bitter, without sugar. I didn't put the sugar yet. Okay. Eh? And I feel sour because I didn't get any drinks lately, and I need to get some drinks. No, this point is actually allowing you to focus on something else other than triggers, than something that triggers your anxiety inside your head. Okay, this is a diversion. Actually, this is a diversion technique for you uh, to bring your mind to something else, focusing something else. So when you manage to do this, you actually helping yourself uh, to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. Because when you're having anxiety, your sympathetic nervous system activated. Ya, the one itu yang you flight or fight kan, you rasa, oh, what to do, what to do, what to do. So you need to calm yourself, because this one is automatic responses. So throughout what, throughout this technique, so you going to train your mind, you're going to guide your mind, and you're going to maneuver your focus into something else. Not the trigger itself which you are facing before, which make you feeling this anxiety. All right. And then you can later on you repeat the breathing technique again, and try to put your hand to yourself and say to yourself, it's okay, everything will be okay, everything will be okay, inshallah, everything will be okay, everything will be okay. Just give good vibes and good sentences, a good, I mean, you talk to yourself in a positive manner, because you will hear it, and this will also activate your unconscious mind and your mind, that everything is in control, inshallah. This is some of the practice that you can try. But I really recommend it that you go to see your nearest psychology or professional for further help. I hope answered the question.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Encik Salleh, for your
All right.
explanation about how to cure the anxiety based on the question from Student
And
Professor
and
Dr.
and
Mohd
Tuan
Yazima
Moderator,
Wazin from College of Economics and Management Sciences. So perhaps there is no other question in our chat box at official IIUM YouTube as well as the Zoom. So last, before I conclude the event, from the participant, do you have any question to ask to our speaker? Okay. So in summary, workplace civility plays a vital role in promoting psychological well-being among employees. Oh, speaker wants to say something. Okay. Then,
hello.
Encik Salleh,
Yeah, can you hear
do
me?
you have something to say?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay, I just like to make a point that actually in curing anxiety, it will take time, right? So, what am I displaying just now is how to intervene when anxiety strikes. So it is. There are some other methods that can be conducted, but this application can be useful actually during the anxiety moments. But I strongly recommend that anybody who faces this kind of challenges to see professionals help. Okay, I think that's from my note.
Okay, thank you, Encik Salleh, for the additional information about how to cure the anxiety just now. So perhaps we can
To
take
intervene.
tips that has been highlighted, given by our speaker for today. So before we end, I will talk for number one, Sri number one, 2026 Integrity Talk. In summary, workplace civility plays a vital role in promoting psychological well-being among employees. A civil workplace is characterized by mutual respect, professionalism, effective communication, empathy, and also ethical behavior. So when employees are treated with dignity and courtesy, they are more likely to feel valued, safe, motivated, and emotional support in carry out their responsibility and duties. By cultivating workplace civility, organization can create a healthier, more supportive, and psychological safe environment that enhance employee well-being, performance, and workplace relationship. So on behalf of the Office of the Ombudsman, I would like to express our deepest appreciation to Encik Salleh. We are very privileged to have benefited from his insight and experience. It is hoped that this will increase our knowledge, strengthen good governance, encourage integrity, and as well promote good values within IIUM community. So to all IIUM staff and students, please do not forget to fill in the evaluation form, okay, within 24 hours. So we thank everyone for your participation in this program. So before we end, let's recite Tasbih Kafarah and Surah Wal-As till we meet again in series number 2, 2026. Thank you once again for your active participation. Right, thank you Encik Salleh.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Office of Ombudsman and Integrity, Department of IIUM, for the kind invitation and opportunity for me to share in this session. Thank you again. May Allah bless us all. Amin, inshallah.
Amin, amin, ya rabbal alamin. Thank you Encik Salleh once again. So thanks everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Nanti balik Melaka nanti kita jumpa ni.
InsyaAllah boleh. Nanti Roger.
Nanti minta nombor Encik Salleh dekat Puan. Kat Puan Fauzia.
Boleh, insyaAllah boleh.
Okey,
Terima kasih.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih.